Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Jamie Dawn, your professional psychic advisor, astrologer, evolutionary, revolutionary, and I'm very excited about this week. This is the week of August 19th, 2018. We will be having the sun moving into Virgo. Mercury is now direct. I know many of you are celebrating, especially coming off this huge eclipse season. I'm hearing lots of reports about things coming back to us where we've been invited to speak our truth, and we're doing so in ways that are breaking patterns, which I think, as you know, with the evolutionary, revolutionary side of me, that's what it's all about. It's about recognizing those patterns that keep us stuck and stuck in a way that we're not wanting to, and we're ready to take life back on our own terms and live it based on what we consider to be our own truth and our own inner wisdom and guidance. And that is so perfect for this Jupiter and Neptune trine perfection that is happening this week as well. So when we have these wonderful planets like Neptune and that one, Jupiter, Jupiter in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, trining each other, playing and dancing and doing things that are quite easy to seek out the most authentic version of what we consider to be God, source, our truth, compassion, wisdom. All of those key words are ones that we have been working with for quite some time. And this week, I feel it will have a culmination of us being able to embody that in some way. And one of the things that, you know, I try and practice as much as possible, and I'll remind everybody, it's a practice, not perfection, for a reason. But, you know, we're practicing embodiment, not just talking about it, not just thinking about it, not just imagining the spiritual nature of ourselves. We're actually wanting to embody. When we say, I am love, we have to also know that we are the essence of love. And the same thing goes when we have Neptune in Pisces saying, I'm compassion. And when it trines Jupiter in Scorpio, it says, really? How compassionate are you? Let's go deeper. And so the opportunities and the situations that keep arising for us to practice this, to embody compassion, that means that we remove the judgment and that we walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. That we pay attention to all those times where we, instead of telling somebody what they should do or what they should believe, because our belief systems are triggered with this kind of trine, and instead of putting it on someone else, we're actually looking at that saying, you know what, if I say I believe in compassion, then now it's time to put that action behind it. And with Mercury now direct, even though we're still sort of in the shadow as it's moving forward again, but with Mercury in Leo now moving direct, it is inviting us, this wonderful planet of communication and information and connection is inviting us to be in that heart-centered space, to be authentic, to come from a heart-filled, compassionate action place. Sometimes compassionate action actually means to witness. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing something. Sometimes when we're going through big stuff, we don't want somebody else to jump in and fix it or to make it better for us. Sometimes we just need someone to say, you're safe to swim around in these murky waters, or you're safe to make mistakes, and I'll witness here, I'll be here when you raise your hand and go, help, help, you know, sort of like the lifeguard, if you will. The other thing is we have the sun moving into Virgo on Wednesday. Happy birthday, Virgos. And with the sun moving into Virgo, it's going to create this beautiful Earth trine with Uranus and Saturn. And in this Earth trine, there's going to come a bit of stability. There's going to come clarity, because Virgo is very discriminatory. And it isn't necessarily seeking perfection as much as it's seeking doing things in its right way. And I'm going to come back to what is right for you, what is right for me, may be very different. I've mentioned several times on my radio show that we're redefining what normal is. We're still in the throes of that. That's what these eclipses were all about. We're receiving these downloads. We're getting these, call it ascension, call it new technologies, upgrades, whatever you want to look at it. We're all feeling as though we're not going to be able to be the same people we once were. And it's true. We're having new experiences. We're drawing new things into our lives that cause us to pay attention, to wake us up. You want to know what I think enlightenment is? I think enlightenment is paying attention and being awake of our moment-by-moment choices. Because that's all we have. The future's malleable. You know, when I'm reading for my clients, I'm seeing possibilities. I'm not seeing absolutes. We all have the power to decide what we choose to create, and it's becoming more and more apparent that our words create our worlds. How many of you, and I know you're raising your hand because I've talked to you, you have said, this is what I want. I mentioned this in the last eclipse, that 8/8 portal, Lionsgate portal, and the eclipse on the 11th. I said, pay attention to what you really want. And then go deeper and say, why do I want this? What's that motivation? Because you making that declaration, I swear to you, you can manifest it. And we're moving into more of a awareness that if we believe it, we can see it. And that's what I feel this week gives us an opportunity to now get the clarity that we didn't have with so many planets retrograde in the last couple of weeks. We're going to start to move forward again, especially once Mars goes direct next week. So here we are in an opportunity. I don't want to say it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it really is, because every moment will never be the same, even if you tried to recreate it, right? So use this week as an opportunity to pay attention, to make choices from your truth, regardless of what the outside world is telling you it should be or what it isn't or whatever. Your body will not lie to you. It will tell you what is truth for you. So before you take that action, before you make that statement, keep checking in with yourself. And if you need some validation, if you need to bounce it off of, someone, that's what I'm here for. That's probably the greatest gift that I can give you. Yes, I can tell you where planets are and how they may influence you and that sort of thing, but it always comes down to you. And it comes down to your choices. Yeah? So, I'll leave you with this for this week in particular. Use the energy that is so beautiful with Virgo, with Mercury and Leo, with this beautiful grand trine in Earth creating stability, and the trine with Jupiter and Neptune bringing out more authentic compassion, digging to the truth of the matter. Use all these energies to keep becoming your truth, your version of truth. Because if you want to ask me what does this all mean, I don't know. I can tell you my version. I think life's an adventure. I'm enjoying, even when the negatives show up, because we all have them, I'm enjoying the adventure of seeing what's involved with that, what's on the other side of it. If I can give you, if you're stuck and I can give you any hope whatsoever, we know it's always darkest before the dawn. The sun will rise. Hang in there. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith, please. And faith just means you believe it and then you see it. Believe in it. Remember, you can't make somebody fall in love with you. You can't make yourself win the lottery. You can't, there's all these things that you just can't force. But hold on to that energy of, I believe in love. I believe I deserve love. That deserving is coming up over and over again. Yes, you're worthy. We all have a purpose here. So find that purpose. Stay in that purpose. Make your choices from that purpose. Okay? All right, you guys, have a great week, and I look forward to speaking with you anytime. You know how to find me at jamiedawn.com, 12listen.com, and my radio show every Thursday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. All right, you guys, have a great week.